Guts from Berserk build in Dark Souls. Let's start by making the character and then I'll go over what we're going to need for the build. Okay, we got the character here. I went for the bandit class. Just took the master key just cuz. Here we go. It kind of looks like Guts. You know, the Dark Souls 1 character creator isn't the best, but let's get right into it and I'll go over the build. Alright, we're in the Undead Asylum, so what we're going to need for the build is the Greatsword, Ultra Greatsword. That one kind of looks the most like Guts's. The Black Knight Greatsword also kind of looks like it, but you know, that's kind of, we get a chance for that to drop and doesn't look super like it, so I think we're going with the Greatsword. For the armor set, we're going to go with the Balder Knight armor set, minus maybe the pants. I think we'll get some other pants for that, because the pants for that set is like, I don't even think it has pants, it's like a skirt basically. So we'll get just probably some leather pants for that or something. I'm not really sure yet for that, kind of see what we find. Maybe these pants I'm wearing now. And then yeah, that set is basically Guts' armor from the Golden Age. So it's definitely like a Golden Age Guts build. Because you can't really do a good like Black Swordsman one or Berserker armor one in this one. I do want to do Guts builds for all the other games, like Dark Souls 2 I'm really excited for. There's some good stuff in that one. There's a couple sword choices. That's probably going to be next after this one. Demon Souls I want to do. Okay, we got the Estus Flask, now it's time to take down the Fatty. See how this goes. It's been a while since I've played Dark Souls. Okay, so we missed the plunge, bad start. That's not how we wanted to start this. Like I was saying, it's been a while since I played Dark Souls, the first one, so we're going to kind of see how this goes. So not only is it kind of like a build video, or like I wouldn't call it a challenge run, I don't know what you call it, but it's also me playing Dark Souls for the first time in a while. And this thing does a lot of damage. I usually choose the bandit class. What is this thing? Just the battle axe? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the way it looks. But usually I go warrior. Yeah, that's what it's called? Like the one with the leather armor and the sword, long sword. But this one has really good strength stats, you know, good vitality, good endurance. So I think it's gonna work for this. Alright, we'll just go up to this ledge. Hopefully I don't get grabbed by a giant crow or something. That'd be weird. Aw, shit. Okay, Boomerang Firelink Shrine. I put all my points into strength. We're gonna need it for that sword. It's basically gonna be a strength build. Just gonna be putting everything into strength. Okay, we just picked up the Zweihander, however you say it. Now we're gonna be using this until we can get the Great Sword, because we can't get the Great Sword till Sen's Fortress, which is like just about halfway through the game, a little before halfway through. So we're gonna be using this because it's a big sword, you know, it's close enough to Guts's, I guess. Doesn't really look like it, but it's big. It'll work. Okay, I can't quite use the Zweihander yet because I need 1 point in dexterity, but we'll get that pretty soon and we can start using that. Yeah, I put a point in dexterity. We got the Zweihander now, and I took off the hood, and we're already kind of starting to look like Guts a little bit. You know, kind of. I'm gonna look more like Conan the Barbarian a little bit. That'd be kind of cool for a video too. Do like a Conan build. But yeah, we'll use this until we get the other sword. That won't be for a little bit, so I'm kind of just gonna be beelining it to Sen's Fortress. You know, I'm gonna be taking the fastest way there. We're gonna be picking up the Residence Key so we can get the Gold Pine Resin. It's gonna make the Torrance Demon super easy. I mean, not that he's a very hard boss, but this will just make him extra easy. Okay, we're gonna try to take down the Black Knight here. I don't really want his sword, but it'd be cool if we got it. I'm not gonna use it because I feel like it doesn't really fit Guts. It's too small. The Ultra Great Sword version of it kind of fits. We might use that if we get that until we get the Great Sword, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. Take this guy down for fun. We'll practice. It's pretty easy with the Zweihander. It kind of stuns him with the hit and does a shit ton of damage. It's definitely one of my favorite weapons in the game. Love just pancaking enemies. Okay, we didn't get it, but we got a chunk. That's okay. I picked the Master Key, so we're gonna try to take down Havel because I do want his ring for the build because I don't know how heavy the Balder armor is, but we got to take that and the Great Sword. Cause I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do for the rings. Like, there's only 2 slots, so probably just the Fap ring and then Havel's ring. I'm thinking, but I didn't put too much thought into it. Okay, so bad first attempt on Havel. You know, it's been a while. But let's see if we can take him down on this second try. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that? I've never seen that before. In all my Dark Sword. What was that? I don't know what that was. If you got what? I gotta look that up after. I don't know what that was. Did you guys see that little thingy there on the stairs? What was that? I don't even know how to describe that thing. I've never seen that before. Okay, there we go. We took down Havel. We did have to get naked for it. But now we got his ring, so we can use that for the build, which is sick. Alright, now it's time to take down the Torrent Demon. Okay, now it's time to take down the Torrent Demon. We gotta start with the archers. Everyone knows this if you've played Dark Souls. I'm gonna use the gold pine resin. Should make this fight kind of a joke. But I'm just trying to get to the great sword as fast as I can, get the build going. There he is. I remember getting stuck on him the first time I played this for so long. I just kept restarting with new starting classes, see which one was working. Eventually I took him down and I knew like I love this game. Okay, gold pine resin. Let's get the plunge this time. There we go. 2/3 of his health bar. There we go, 3 hits. 3 hits took him down. Pretty easy. Alright, let's keep going. You always gotta take a little break. Talk to Solaire. See how he's doing. Guess we'll join the Sunlight Bros, might as well. You know. I don't think it really fits Guts, but okay, we are gonna take down this Black Knight because he has the Ultra Black Knight Greatsword, and that kind of fits Guts. So maybe we'll use that if it drops until we get to the Greatsword. But I think there's a 1 in 5 chance of that dropping. Still pretty easy with the okay. As I say that, I get hit. Still pretty easy though. Okay, I died. I shouldn't have talked. Oh, no, I didn't die. Okay, it's still pretty easy though with this Y-hander. Because it does so much damage and it stuns them. Okay, we didn't get the sword. That's okay. We'll keep using this until we get the great sword. You know, it shouldn't be too long. I'm gonna take the fast way through Blighttown. Like if you go through the back, if you have the master key, you can go through the back. That's another reason why I chose it. Because I hate going through the front. Okay, so now that we're here, we can farm the Balder Knights for their set for our Guts build. I took a Humanity because that increases item discovery a little bit. But I'm probably going to be here a while. I need to get the helmet, the chest, the gauntlets. I don't think I need the legs because I'm going to keep these legs on because I don't want to be wearing a skirt. So yeah, let's get to it. Boom, okay, boom, we just got 2 of them in one. We just need the helmet now. Boom, the Balder helm. There we go, that took a bit, that took a while. So now we got the full set. Let's put this on real quick, there we go, kinda look like them. You know, it's not the best, but it's as close as we're gonna get. So let's take down the twin gargoyles. I did die once during that. I got invaded and some guy, he had like DLC spells. He just one-shot me. You know, felt kind of bad about that. He emoted on me after. All we're missing now is the weapon, and then the build's pretty much good. Well, we won't get that for a little bit, but that's okay. Let's keep on going. Okay, now we want to free this guy so we can get the FAP ring. When we go back to Firelink. Can't remember his name, but if we don't kill him, he's gonna kill a Firekeeper. So kind of a win-win situation. But yeah, let's take on the twin gargoyles. All right, let's do this, twin gargoyles. Get right into it. See how much damage we're getting. I feel like we're gonna be getting a lot. Yeah, look at that. As far as I know, the Guts Greatsword does, I think, similar or maybe even more damage than this Y-hander. But I don't think it has the same range. There we go, there's the tail. This one just likes to breathe fire a lot. Yeah, okay, pretty easy. Pretty easy. Second, I guess third boss down. Pretty easy fight. Let's keep on going. Let's ring the bell and then we'll go on to Quelaag. I do feel like these pants kind of work for Guts. Because I think in the Golden Age, if you look at it, he has like pants kind of like this. Like they sort of taper off at the bottom. Or like they parachute out. So I think we might just use these ones. If I remember correctly. Maybe I'll look and I'll check into it. Let's give this to the Firekeeper, level up our flask, and then kill this guy. Everyone knows the drill. You know the drill, man. You know you gotta go down. Okay, boom, we got the ring. Okay, all we need now is the great sword, and we got everything. Everything else in the build is already here, so that's good. One more piece. Use the master key here. We're gonna go the back way through Blighttown because I hate going through the front way. There's no bosses. I mean, there is like you have to go through the sewers, and I am gonna do that like after we get the ability to teleport. I'm gonna go back and do that. But like for now, I don't feel like going through all that. You know, I want to get to the great sword as fast as we can. This is way faster. But I am going to do all the bosses, you know, that's part of the challenge. Guess I didn't really go over the rules that I'm going to... Maybe I'll edit that in, I'll put in the rules at the beginning. Didn't really go over them. Not that it's really a challenge run, but... I don't know what you'd call it, like a cosplay run? I don't know. I don't know the name for it. Let's take down Mildrich. I'm not going to use her for a summon, but I always like to take her down. She's pretty easy. Especially with this bad boy. Okay. And her weapon, the butcher knife, is really good. I can't remember if we get it from her, or yeah, I think we get it in like, do we get it from her? Where is it? Yeah, the butcher knife. It's really good. I couldn't remember if we got it here or we got it in the sewers, but I think you get our hood in the sewers or something. But yeah, it's really good. All right, now it's time for Quelaag. See how fast that was? It only took like 5 minutes to get her. Usually it'd take like an hour or something, going through all the other stuff. And we have to fight the Kappa demon. I hate him, and everyone hates him. Quelaag Quelaag isn't like my favorite boss to fight. You know, she has a lot of health, and now I'm fighting her kind of early. Like, I know you're supposed to go through the other stuff, but I don't know, she's not my favorite. Some of her attacks. She's not my favorite, but she does kind of look like she could fit in Berserk. Gotta watch out for that attack. That attack is like freaking annoying. We just gotta look every time like she goes down, like the human part of it. She's always gonna do that attack. Alright, there we go. Pretty easy. You know, nothing too bad. Not my favorite boss, but you know, we're pretty close to getting the Guts' sword. So that's good. Alright, now all we gotta do is run all the way back to where we were by the Twin Gargoyles. Probably my least favorite part of Dark Souls 1. You know, you gotta do it every playthrough. At least one big run back. But after that, you know, we'll get the teleport. We'll be all good. And we'll get Guts' great sword, so we can really start the run. I did die once, getting up out of Blighttown there. You know, I feel like you always gotta die at least once in Blighttown. Just fell off the edge. That's okay, you know, making our way back. Gonna get there. Shouldn't have any more problems. I think for the other games at least, you can get the Guts' sword pretty early on. Like if I'm thinking about it. Like Dark Souls 3, you get it pretty early. Dark Souls 2, you can get it really early. Elden Ring, you can get it really early. Demon Souls, I don't know if there is one that like looks like Guts'. I know you can get like the Dragon Smasher, which doesn't really look like Guts', but I think it's like the closest in that game. You can get that kind of early. Like, you can get to that boss like the fastest, definitely. But yeah, Dark Souls 1, I think it takes the longest. But we're almost there. Sen's Fortress. How many times am I gonna die? Take your bets. I'm thinking 4. That's my guess, 4 deaths. Let's see what happens. These snake guys, I think these guys look sick. They're like one of my favorite enemies in the game, design-wise. Just kind of pancake them. Kind of a little bit tanky. I think this is +3 or +4, this Zweihander. And we still take a few hits. Alright, 1 death. 1 death. That's unlucky. Messed up my time in there. Okay, 1 death. We got 3 left. I don't know what happens if I lose, but I don't know. Okay, boom, it's going pretty good. You know, we had that one death, but pretty close to the bonfire. It's like right up ahead, and then we're pretty much good. Like we got through the hardest parts already. Yeah, bonfire's right over here. Okay, boom, yeah, we're pretty much good now. Nothing too hard awaits us. And there's the Guts' sword is right up there. We're so close. And here we go, here's our guy. Give it to us. Boom, great sword, okay. We got it. We got the Guts' great sword, let's put it on. There we have it, there's the build. Got it all put together. Now the real question is, because we don't have it upgraded, do we want to try to make it back to the blacksmith, or do we want to wait till we get all the way to the Anor Londo one? That's the real question. If we can make it back there without dying, and then use a homeward bone to get back to that bonfire, that might be a strat. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let me think it over. Okay, boom, we got the great sword all upgraded. We made it back pretty easily. Only died once. Got a +5. I forgot you got the large ember in the sewers. I should have went and got that to get to +10. But I think I'm hoping we can beat Ornstein and Smough without it, because like that's kind of gonna be when we can go back there without, you know, wasting a whole bunch of time. You know, because I always forget the way you upgrade weapons in this is different than the other ones. I mean, it should be fine. You know, it'll be alright. Alright, Iron Golem. First boss with the full Guts build. See how it goes. See the power of this thing. Oh, we knocked him down. He didn't fall off though. That's too bad. Get some damage in on him though. Doing pretty good damage to him. And how long does he sit here for? He sits there for a while. Usually he falls off when you do that, but I think that's one of the first times he hasn't fallen when I did that. Here we go, pretty easy, pretty easy. Okay, now we just gotta go on to New Orlando, take down Ornstein and Smough, and then yeah. All right, guys, I think we're gonna end this one off here. We got the full Guts build going. Took down the Iron Golem. If you want to see me finish the game with the Guts build, drop a like, leave a comment, and let me know. Let's keep going. All right, Anor Londo, here we are, back with the Guts build. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. But we got the full build already put together. You know, we got the armor. It looks like Golden Age Guts. We got the sword last video. Yeah, let's just keep on going. It's been quite a while since I played Dark Souls 1. I forgot how beautiful Anor Londo is. Painted Guardian Sword. That's another really good weapon in this game. It's like super fast. That's one of like the highest DPSs I think out of all the weapons. Pretty lame looking though. It looks kind of just like a kitchen knife almost. Gargoyle Halberd, that's a really good weapon too. I think it does. Does it have any, is it the? I think it's the axe that has like the special moves, or maybe I just can't wield it right. But like, it's really good. It's a really good weapon. One of the best halberds in the game. And halberds is just really good in this game. All right, here they are, the real bosses of Anor Londo. Yeah, let's see if we can get past these guys first try. I'm probably not gonna. That's one down. That's the easy one. The other one is the one that gives me trouble. We just gotta time these dodges perfectly and we should be fine. There we go. There we go. Yep. Come on, take that sword out. Come on, man. There we go. I need you to stop it. Okay, let's get him. There we go. Okay, that was pretty easy. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I get them on my first try, or sometimes it like takes me like 10 tries. You know, it's one or the other. It's either the hardest part of the game or the easiest. Not the easiest, but you know, easy-ish. All right, it is time for Ornstein and Smo. Guts versus Ornstein and Smo. It's gonna be sick. I think I'm gonna die a lot. Only have a +5 sword. Got to get the large ember. But we're gonna see how this goes. I don't know which one I want to take down first. Probably whichever one I can get, I'm thinking. Okay. Bad start. That's alright. Okay, that's decent damage. That's not the worst. Not really in a good spot right now, kind of in the corner. Okay, first attempt, not too good. That's okay. Okay, now I know what to expect. I mean, I kind of did before. It's not my first time, but still, now I know what I'm doing. Okay, I don't really have a plan on who to take down first. It's kind of just gonna be whoever. Got a feeling Smo. I think he's usually a bit easier, but I think he has less health. But not too sure. Kind of whichever one gives me whichever one gives me the opportunity. Okay, we almost got Smo down. There we go. Okay, wasn't too bad. A couple of attempts. Now we gotta take down Super Ornstein, and he's the tougher one, if I remember. That's what I hear. I don't know, I usually take down Ornstein second anyways, because I usually want his armor. Won't be getting that this time. Let's see if we can do this. Where is he? Oh my gosh, I didn't see him. Oh my god, I forgot how big he is. Look at the size of him. Yeah, I don't remember his moveset at all. Is it kind of just the same, but bigger? Took us down, okay. That's okay. Yeah, I took down Ornstein this time. Gonna try out Super Smo. You know, it's been so long since I fought these guys. It's kind of fun though. I'm like relearning the boss fight all over again. I'm gonna be honest, Smo is so much easier in his super form. Like crazy. That was definitely the strategy. Don't get greedy. Can't get greedy in these games. There we go, right in the butt. Finished it off. That was sick. That was really fun. Like relearning that fight. It's been so long since I've done it. You know, got the adrenaline pumping a little bit. I definitely take down Ornstein. You know, if you're ever struggling with that fight first, a lot easier. But yeah, I don't know. That was like 10 attempts or something to take them down. You know, not terrible, not the best. You know, for someone who's played it before, but it's been a while. You may notice I did have to take off the helmet and the gloves here. Had to get those fast rolls, but we'll put them back on now. I mean, he still looks like Guts even without the helmet. You know, I feel like most of the time he doesn't have his helmet on. We got the giant boob lady. Not like giant boobs, but like the giant lady that happens to be a boob lady. Now we got the Lord Vessel. There we go. Okay, now we can teleport. And we got a lot of stuff to do. Got some bosses to clean up. I gotta get that large ember. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright. Let's get to it. Okay, we're gonna start by going down here. We've got the large ember down here. We'll take down the Capra Demon and the Gaping Dragon. You know, knock those guys off the list. Because we're still like not super late into the game, so they shouldn't be like super easy. But I don't think they'll be too hard. Okay, Capra Demon. It's probably my least favorite boss fight in the game. I feel like it's a lot of people's, but okay, bad start too. And but I think we're high enough level. It shouldn't be too bad for us. You know the strat. You gotta run up here. Get a plunge attack on. If we're lucky. Okay. Oh, okay, this is not going good. You just gotta be patient. You know, try to kill these. Oh my gosh, I missed the ducks again. Okay, there's one dog down. Let's get the plunge on him. There we go, that's like half his health bar. Yeah, okay. He does not have a lot of health. That's kind of why I waited this long to take him down, because I did not like fighting him. Even though it's usually pretty quick. You know, even if you don't get the, even if you don't do the plunge, like it's not the worst, but yeah, we took him down now. Let's go on down to the sewers. Okay, boom, and now we're in the depths. You get the large ember, take down the gaping dragon, and then I don't know what we're doing after that. Maybe Moonlight Butterfly, still haven't done her yet. Alright, boom, there it is. Now we can take this thing to +10. Try finger butthole. Oh, be worried bug. Never mind. Alright, it is time for the gaping dragon. Now this thing, it definitely looks like it could be out of Berserk. Like I could totally see, like, right out of a panel. This thing. It's pretty sick looking, even though it's a little provocative, you know. But like, if you ignore that, like, it's pretty freaking sick looking. It's like a crocodile dragon thing. Let's see if we can first try this guy. I don't remember the last time I fought him. It's been a very long time. I think he has a tail we can cut off. I'm gonna try to get that, you know, just for fun. It's pretty resistant, but he's like pretty slow. You know, he has pretty slow attacks. And so he's not too hard. He's kind of long. Even though we're doing pretty good damage to him. Here we go, got his tail off. Dragon King Axe. I think that thing's pretty good, actually. I never used it though. I think I heard it's pretty good. Oh, should he grab this? No, not in the vagina. Not in the vagina, no. Is he gonna kill us? Okay, no, that's good. Oh, right back in there. Round 2. Well, there we go. Took him down. He's pretty easy. You know, we're kind of over leveled for him, but still pretty fun boss. You know, got him out of the way. I want to get all the bosses for sure. So yeah, let's move on. I think we're gonna do Moonlight Butterfly next. I'm thinking maybe. I think he's next on the list, or she. I don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, before we go take down the Moonlight Butterfly, let's give this guy the large ember. Get this thing to +10. Gonna be doing crazy damage to the Moonlight Butterfly, but I want to see what it can do. We're two large shards away from +10, but I'll settle for +9 for now. Like we're gonna be bulldozing them. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Crest of Artorias while we're down here too. Then we can take down Sif. We don't have to come back here at all. We can be done with this area. I think that's everything in here. Okay, we were going into the Darkroot Basin. Gonna take down the Moonlight Butterfly. I have like no memory of where it is, where she is, he is, whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure their pronouns, but we're gonna try to just find the way. We'll take down Sif probably too while we're in here. Get him out of the way. Kind of over leveled for this area, so shouldn't be too hard getting through here. Alright, here she is, the Moonlight Butterfly. I'm wondering how many hits it's gonna take to take her down. It's probably gonna be like 3, I'm guessing. We're gonna be doing so much damage to her. Okay, here we go. Let's see, moment of truth. Okay, not as much as I was expecting. That's still like a good amount. Oh shit, oh shit. One hit. Ah, so close. So close. Alright, let's finish her off. There we go. Yeah, that was like super easy. You know, I mean, not the easiest. She blasted me. I don't have anything ranged, but yeah, I think that was super easy. That was pretty fun. Okay, let's go take down Sif now. I think he'll be quite a bit harder if I remember. Alright, just use the Crest of Artorias here. Get through here. Let's go find Sif. Oh shit, what the hell is this thing? I do not remember this. Like a big ass cat thing. That thing is creepy. I have no idea. I do not remember this at all. Holy shit. And yeah, what even is this thing? It kind of looks like the cat thing for the Covenant. Oh my gosh. Not again, not again. Oh my god, third time. Oh my gosh, please. This thing is brutal. Oh my gosh, hit me again. Alright, round 3, fucker. I know your moveset now. I've downloaded your moveset. There we go. Okay, maybe it wasn't too bad actually. Now I got the freaking Michael Myers coming after me here. Look at this guy. I don't even want the smoke. What the hell? There's two more cats. Why? What is this sick joke? Alright, time for the man himself, Sif. One of the saddest bosses in the game, I think. The Sword of Artorias. There it is. Usually I forget about Sif until like I have to go to the Abyss. So I don't know if I'm underleveled or overleveled for him. I feel like I'm at a good level. That seems like decent damage. He's doing some good damage to me. Maybe I'm a little overleveled. I don't know. Seems like a fair challenger. There we go. Okay, pretty easy. Yeah, I feel like I was a good level. I might have been a little bit overleveled, but I can't really tell. But that was a good little boss. That was fun. Now we got the ring. What's it called again? I can't remember. Like the Abyss ring. Covenant of Artorias. Now we can go do the 5 kings when we get to that. I'll probably save them for last of all the lords, because I feel like they're the hardest. I don't know. To me, I feel like they're the hardest. Not my fave. But yeah, I don't know what we're doing next. Okay, I think we're gonna go head down to what should feel like the Chaos Bed. You know, all the fiery stuff. Can't remember the name of all that. Demon Ruins. Yeah, go down to the Demon Ruins. We're gonna do like Lost Izalith first. I think out of the 4. Maybe no. Okay, I'm gonna do Pinwheel. I'm gonna do Pinwheel and then go do all that. We'll get the Rite of Kindling, and then we'll do that, and then I don't know, we'll see what happens after that. Maybe the Painted World, something like that. We still gotta go back to the prison with our crow friend. But yeah, okay, let's do Pinwheel. Alright, time for Pinwheel. How many hits is it gonna take to take him out? Let's see what happens here with him. 4 hits. 4 hits. Which mask did we get? I'm not gonna be using the mask because like it doesn't really fit the build, but I'm just curious. Mask of the Father. Oh yeah, that's the equipment load one. That one would have been good. We could use it. But I don't think it really fits with Guts that much. Okay, with Pinwheel taken down, we're gonna go back to Undead Asylum. Take out that boss again. Get that out of the way. After that, I'm thinking maybe the Painted World, or maybe Seth. Which one's the big Seath the Scaleless? Maybe next after that. I'm not too sure yet. I can't remember the order I usually go in, but I usually save the 4 kings for last. That's not my favorite. They're pretty hard, I think. Alright, we're back at the Undead Asylum. Gotta watch out for these guys, because they look weak, but they do a shit ton of damage with the torches. Alright, it's time for a rematch with the Stray Demon. He's pretty easy. He's basically the same as when we fought him before. He's a few new attacks, but he's basically the same. A couple explosions. And there we go, it goes down pretty easily. You know, kind of I don't know, not really worth taking down. I mean, it's kind of free souls because it's super easy. And we get a slab, so you know, it's definitely worth it. But he's just like super easy. Kind of wish he had a little bit more to him, but let's do whatever. Easy 20k souls. Yeah, let's go. I think we're gonna do Priscilla next or something. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna run through this area though. I think there's a Black Knight I want to kill. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, these guys shouldn't be too hard now. They're kind of only hard at the beginning of the game. If you do enough damage now, it's not too bad. I just kind of two-shot him. Alright, here we are, the Painted World. Now, I do not remember the last time I played through this section. I usually skip it on replays. Because I don't know, I feel like the boss at the end isn't that good, and it's not the funnest section, but I mean, this will be fun, because I haven't played it in a really long time. Alright, now it's time for Priscilla.
Why dost thou hurry toward thine death?
I remember her not being the hardest boss. Kind of like super easy, actually. But she does turn invisible, which is kind of the only thing you have to worry about. But yeah, I mean, she's pretty weak. Another pretty easy boss, you know, kind of knocking out all the easy bosses. Like, I mean, that was, like, what was that, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds? You know, but now that's out of the way. I think we're gonna do Gwendolyn next, you know, because he's pretty easy too, he's super easy. And then after that, we'll go on to some of the harder bosses. Maybe I might actually do the Four Kings, because then I can get the upgrade for the sword on the way. That'll be really useful. We're just gonna kill her for the Firekeeper soul, since we're gonna be taking out Gwen and don't really need to be coming back here. So yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll take out Gwendolyn. Alright, I didn't want to do the whole quest line to fight Gwendolyn, so I'm just gonna kill the illusion of the big lady. And we're gonna have to fight some NPCs, but I don't know, I think it's worth it. Save us a little bit of time. Alright, it's time for Gwendolyn. Pretty easy boss, kind of a gimmick boss. You know, you just kind of have to run down this hallway, dodging his magic. And you can just use the pillars until he gets to the end. That's like the easy way to do it. It's kind of another boss we're doing like crazy amount of damage to. And there we go. Yeah, pretty easy boss. You know, pretty cool though. He's pretty cool looking. Pretty simple. But now we're gonna get down to the real bosses, to the Lords of Cinder. I think we're gonna start with the Four Kings, so we can get the sword up to plus 15. Then we'll kind of be steamrolling everything else in the game. Okay, now we're gonna go take down the Four Kings in the New Londo ruins. You notice I got some new armor on. I got the black iron armor on. Picked this up in New Londo right before entering the Painted World, and I feel like it fits. Like, it looks kind of like more like his Berserker armor a little bit. I mean, not really, just more. I feel like it kind of fits. It looks more like his black swordsman armor, and the Baldur armor is pretty weak. So I feel like this is like a natural upgrade, natural progression to the build. And I just took off the helmet because didn't really fit with this armor. Doesn't wear a helmet with this armor. And I think it works pretty well, so we're gonna be using this from now on. I might try to, near the end of the game, get the Black Knight Greatsword, because that looks more like the Dragon Slayer one. This kind of looks like his early swords, like the Golden Age one. Alright, time for the Four Kings. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this first try. I only got 15 flasks. But we got the Covenant of Artorias on. Let's see how this goes. Might take a couple attempts. You know, they're not my favorite. They're pretty hard, but we got the very large ember now, so we can take it to plus 15 once we get enough shards. But I figured I'd give them an attempt for. So I don't want to run all the way back. One thing about this boss is you want to stay really close to him because his attacks do like no damage when you're close to him. You know, which can be hard to tell sometimes because the depth perception during these fights kind of hard. Yeah, you see how much damage that did, but if I get close to him, it just does like nothing. Yeah, we're doing enough damage. You know, we should be taking him out here. I wasn't too sure. We are. Okay. Almost spoke too soon there. Oh shit. Oh, just took him out there, a sliver of health. Yeah, he's a really sick looking boss. You know, I kinda wish we got a better look at him. It's hard to see him, it's so dark. But yeah, you just kinda gotta stay close to him. You know, also do a lot of damage, but not too bad. Look at that, I have like no health. Alright, that is, yeah, 60,000 souls. There we go. Definitely worth it. Taking him out first, I think, because he wasn't too bad. He's not as bad as I remember. Yeah, I think we'll end this one off here. If you're enjoying the Guts videos, let me know. I'm gonna keep making them. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Okay, now we can place the Lord Vessel. This will open up those golden doors. So now the only thing stopping us is killing all the bosses and doing the DLC, because we gotta do the DLC before we finish do the final boss. So next, I think we'll do the Chaos Witch lady, whatever her name is. I can't remember. Chaos Bed, something like that. I think we'll do her. So we'll go down. I think there's like 2 bosses, 2 or 3 yet, because we gotta do Ceaseless Discharge. So I guess let's go do that. Let me get some upgrades first. Do a little upgrading. Boom, there we go. Okay, plus 15. Plus 15 great sword. Okay, I'm kind of surprised I don't have that trophy. Kind of weird. I feel like I've got a plus 15 weapon before. Quite a few times. You know, like I've gone through on like New Game Plus. Maybe I've only got like non-normal weapons, but I'm pretty sure on my last playthrough I had a plus 15 Claymore. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe it was glitched. Maybe I just only ever got it to 14. Didn't get a slab. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's go on. Chaos, Bed of Chaos. All right, time for Ceaseless Discharge. If I'm remembering correctly, I think this is the last kind of joke boss, or you know, not won't have to take it serious. Really, everyone knows Ceaseless Discharge. You know, he's kind of a joke of a boss. I mean, he, not like the way most people fight him. He is, and it's probably the way I'm gonna fight him too. But you just kind of slap his nutsack and he falls off. He looks really cool though. He has I feel like one of the coolest designs. Like a spider demon thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks really cool. If you know the lore, this is like his sister's clothes. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's his sister's. But yeah, so we're gonna steal that from him, right in front of him too. And then okay, we're gonna get smacked. That's not a part of the plan. And yeah, you know the drill. Just run back to the fog door, and then we're gonna smack his nutsack, and he just dies. All right, yeah, so we just wait by the fog door, and eventually he's gonna. There it is. There's his nutsack. Slap this thing a couple times. Should fall over. If not, he's gonna die pretty soon anyway. He does not have a lot of health. Okay, yeah, there he is. He just dies instantly. It's instantaneous death. Falls down into hell. Now the lava's clear. We can move on. I'm pretty sure he actually is skippable. If you have enough health, you can like get through the lava. You don't have to drain it, but it's a pretty easy boss. There's not really a point in skipping him, but I think you can. I think it's possible. Here we got one of our old foes, the Capra Demon. Except he's not a boss this time. And here's our other old friend, the Taurus Demon. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Now we're about to meet our third old friend. I guess this one's kind of different. It's like the Stray Demon, but a little bit spicier. A little toasty Stray Demon. Same shit. Same shit, different color. And there we go. Demon Fire Sage. Another boss down. Oh, we dropped something. Demon's Catalyst. I can't use that. That's not. Gus doesn't use catalysts. Don't need that. And then here we are, already on to the next boss, the Centipede Demon. I think we can summon Solaire for this too if we did his quest line, but I didn't want to use any summons for this playthrough. Didn't think it fit with Guts too much, you know, none of the guys. Pretty cool looking boss though, pretty sick. I mean, everyone knows the boss designs in these games are amazing. And there we go, another boss done. That was a very fast 3 bosses. With I think that's a lava ring or something. Throw that on for the next little bit. We got a bunch of like bone dragon butts around here. You know, a lot of people think it's like they're kind of running out of time when making Dark Souls. That's why the second half of the game does feel significantly less strong than the first half. Not that it's not good at all, and like I enjoy it like a shit ton, but there's things like this that kind of point towards that. All right, we're already at the Bed of Chaos. Now I'm wondering though, this is one of the bosses I feel like I'm gonna get it like first, second try, probably at least second try, or it's gonna take like 10 tries. That's usually how it goes. You know, it's one of the most hated bosses for a reason. I wouldn't say like me personally that I hate it, but like I also don't think it's not that good, you know. It's not that fun. It's kind of whatever. Kind of one of the funny things about this boss. It's one of the most important, like in the lore, if I remember. It's pretty funny because it's one of the most. Okay, I died. That's one death. Yeah. I'm hoping I don't die too many times. You know. Alright, there we go. We took him down. Well, not yet, but basically, I think it has one attack in here, but shouldn't kill us. Yeah, looks like we're good. Just gotta roll through these bushes. There we go. Okay, so it did hit us. Did not kill us though. That's good. If we died there, I would have not been happy. But there we go. Took him down. Pretty easy. Another Lord of Cinder taken down. Let's go on to Seath the Scaleless, my arch enemy. Alright, here he is, Seath the Scaleless. Except this time we have to lose to him. We're gonna get our revenge on him. Do not want to get cursed right now. But he has a very unfortunate ability to curse you, which just permanently lowers your health. He's not doing a lot of damage to me right now. There we go. He killed us, nothing we can do. No way to defeat him right now. Alright, here he is, Seath the Scaleless. I'm really hoping I get him on the first try. Because he has just the worst run back, I think, in all of the Souls games. I mean, a lot of the other games don't really have bad run backs. It's kind of just Dark Souls 1. I think Demon Souls has a couple, if I remember, but bosses really aren't that hard in Demon Souls. That's kind of the easiest part of that game. But, oh my gosh, Seath, on my first playthrough, I was stuck on him for so long. Any boss, not any boss also, I think Sekiro Ishin was the longest boss I was stuck on. But other than him, I'm thinking Seath the Scaleless was definitely the boss I was stuck on the longest. My gosh, I just could not beat him. Which is funny, because I feel like I don't really struggle with him that much. Like on repeat playthroughs. But I mean, I feel like the first Souls game is always going to be the hardest. But there we go, pretty easy boss. You know, I used to struggle with him a lot, but he's not too bad now. And that's the third one down, we got one left. What's his face? Nito. And he has, I mean, going through his area is gonna suck, but he's not too bad. Has a lot of health if I remember, but other than that, he's not too bad. Alright, let's see if I can get through Tomb of the Giants without rage quitting. It's probably one of the most annoying areas. I find it worse than Blighttown, personally, but maybe that's just me. I mean, most of the time I skip Blighttown anyways, but yeah, it is not fun. It's just dark. There's enemies everywhere. Okay, boom, that was actually really easy. I kind of skipped past most of this stuff. I don't really need anything in there. But yeah, that was pretty easy. I should have grabbed a couple more flasks. But I guess we don't need them. I mean, we shouldn't need them. We might, though. It's been a while since I fought Nito. But I do struggle with him sometimes, you know, he likes to summon in skeletons. He has a pretty decent health pool. So I guess we'll see what happens. Immediately lose half our health, drop it in here. Nito, one of the coolest looking bosses in the whole game. I mean, he's so cool, he's like a mash of skeletons. This is round 2 against Nito. I died the first time, it was kind of pathetic. I think I'm just gonna leave it out. But now I know what I'm doing. I know what to expect from this guy. We should take him down pretty easily, I hope. We're gonna have to see what kind of damage we're doing. Oh yeah, we're doing good damage to him. I don't think I fought him with a plus 15 before. Usually I'd take him on earlier. That's some good damage right there. That was super easy. I've never fought him with a plus 15 before. I think that's the easiest fight I've had with him. But such a cool looking boss. I love his design. But boom, there we go. We got all the Lords of Cinder. All the main bosses down. Now all we gotta do is take on the DLC. And then we can finish off the game, finish off the run. Okay, before I go on to the DLC, I just want to get in here and get the Black Knight Greatsword. So I think I'm going to use that for the DLC. Because it looks like Guts', you know, it's black. It's a really big sword. It's bigger than this one. There we go, Black Knight Greatsword. Only had to kill him like 3 times. I think there's a 1 in 5 chance of it dropping, something like that. Okay, we got the dexterity. We had to buy some Twinkling Titanite, but there we go, +5. And I feel like it works better for like a Black Swordsman Guts build, which is kind of what I'm going for with the armor now. You know, it's a black sword, you know, which works, and it's bigger than the other one. Because the other one's kind of small, like it fits for the Golden Age, but you know, I feel like it's more iconic if he has a bigger sword, even though it doesn't really look like his. But I think it's close to what we're gonna get. Let's go on to the DLC now. Take out all the DLC bosses. Okay, before we get the DLC, we gotta take down the Hydra. Shouldn't be too hard with the sword. You know, I think we'll do enough damage to him where we have to take out all the heads. Kind of like a little mini boss. You know, really like a health bar, but kind of big. It's more like a puzzle almost. You gotta figure out how to kill him, how to take out all the heads. There we go, took him down pretty easy. Now we can go on to the DLC. Alright, let's enter the DLC. Here we go. Sanctuary Garden. I always forget about this boss. What do I think about Dark Souls 1? Kind of cool. You know, I think it's just like compared to the other bosses in the DLC. It's not like It's not that crazy. He's cool though. Oh my gosh. 700 damage. And we're doing like crazy damage with this thing. I still forgot how good the Black Knight Greatsword is. I love the Black Knight weapons. I think on my first playthrough I had the Black Knight Great Axe. And they're all like super good. I don't know which one's like the best. I like the Black Knight Great Sword the most. The Halberd I know is like super good. It's what like speedrunners use, but I think that's just because it's easy to get. Also Nito's sword, you can get that I think by joining his covenant. That thing is really good. I used that on my first playthrough a lot. For a while. But yeah, first boss down, first DLC boss down. I don't think we'll struggle too much. Maybe Manus. Manus is he's probably the hardest boss in the game. I think the Artorias of the Abyss DLC is probably like my second. I guess my second DLC in the Souls game. If you count like Elden Ring, it's probably my third favorite. I like Shadow of the Erdtree a lot. I honestly, Shadow of the Erdtree is probably my favorite. I mean, there's just so much in that one. But I really love, which one is what's the name of it? Is Ashes of Ariandel? The second one in Dark Souls 3. Because Gale is my favorite boss fight in all the Souls games. He's so good. But a close one up there is Manus. Manus is a great boss fight. He's my favorite boss to fight in Dark Souls 1. I think if you take in like lore and everything, I'd put Artorias above him, but just a pure fight, like I gotta put Manus. He has a fantastic fight. There he is, Kalameet. One of the coolest looking dragons. Look at that, it looks me right in the eye and flies away. Him and Midir, so cool. I feel like they did get topped in Elden Ring with I feel like they did get topped in Elden Ring with Bale and I'm not even sure. You know the Placidular. I feel like they did get topped in Elden Ring though with Bale and I'm not gonna try to pronounce the one. You know the one I'm talking about, the secret boss by Malekith. I'm really bad at pronouncing the names of the bosses. If you haven't noticed. Alright, it's time for my favorite boss, lore-wise, and maybe probably design-wise. Definitely in Dark Souls 1. And he is so sick. I mean, there's a reason I named my channel after him. He's just so cool. And I love his lore so much. And he's kind of... Some of his one move is kind of a reference to Berserk. So I guess it's a fitting match for us. There it is. The Berserk move. Oh, he's not doing a lot of damage to us. I did go ahead and upgrade my armor quite a bit. So I have pretty good damage resistance right now. Ooh, that would look sick. We both missed. That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Hey, come on, just one it. There we go. Alright, pretty easy. You know, we're doing a lot of damage right now. I mean, this is one of the strongest weapons in the game. But man, he's still one of the best bosses. I love him so much. Alright, it's time for the coolest cutscene in the game. Took him out. This is so cool. Yeah, especially because he's blind. Just snipes the dragon out of the sky. But now we can go fight Kalameet. Appreciate it, my man. Alright, here we go. First dragon boss in Dark Souls. Pretty freaking sick one too. I don't know what's going on right now. I think I got him kind of stuck in an animation there. Got like a shit ton of free damage on him. Just kept doing the same attack. Oh my god, and then he one-shots us out. Okay, that's unlucky. That did a crazy amount of damage. There we go, went down pretty easy though. I mean, we're doing crazy damage with this thing. Yeah, I mean, we kept doing that one attack. I feel like he usually doesn't do that as much. I guess a lot of attacks you can use, I don't know. But now it's time to take on Manus. And then we can go on and finish the game. And you know we gotta save Sif. I mean, come on, how could we not? Alright, it's time. Probably the hardest boss in Dark Souls 1. Manus, Father of the Abyss. This is my favorite boss to fight. He's a really good fight. He's pretty hard though. I don't think I'm taking him down first try. It has been quite a while since I fought him. Pretty sick design too. Oh, there we go. Okay, first try. I did not think we were going to get him first try. Also, I forgot to summon Sif. Messed that up. But that's okay. I took him down first try. I didn't think I was going to get him first try. It's crazy. Great boss. Really fun to fight. And with him dead, there's only one guy left. Alright, it's time. Here he is, Gwen. Pling, pling, plong. Compared to some of the DLC bosses, I mean, he's not the hardest. Even the main game bosses, he's pretty simple, pretty easy to dodge. But I don't think the point is for him to be hard. And there we go. Wind's down. One thing left to do. And with the fire linked, that's gonna bring our Guts playthrough of Dark Souls 1 to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see me play through the other games as Guts, let me know. If you want to see me do some other runs of Dark Souls or any of the other games, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know. Thanks for watching.